Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal emperor, lived a life intertwined with poetry and tragedy. He ruled from the peacock throne, a symbol of a fading empire, while the British East India Company tightened its grip on India. Yet he was not just a ruler, but also a poet of great sensitivity. Zafar's verses, filled with longing and lament, reflected his personal sorrows and the decline of his dynasty. His poetry, written in elegant Urdu, captured the spirit of a bygone era and the pain of a nation losing its freedom. Zafar's life was a unique blend of royal privilege and political impotence. He was a ruler who inherited a crumbling empire and a poet who gave voice to the voiceless. His story is a poignant reminder of the human cost of colonialism and the enduring power of art in the face of adversity. Zafar's legacy lies not just in his lineage but also in his verses, which continue to resonate with readers centuries later. He was the last emperor, but in the realm of poetry, he was a pioneer, shaping the course of Urdu literature with his heartfelt expressions. Born Mirza Abu Zafar Sirajuddin Muhammad Bahadur Shah Zafar, the future emperor entered a world already tilting towards British dominance. His grandfather, Shah Alam II, was a ruler in name only, his authority severely curtailed by the East India Company. Zafar's upbringing was a mix of princely luxury and the ever-present reality of diminishing power. He received a traditional Mughal education, excelling in poetry, calligraphy, and Islamic theology. Unlike his predecessors known for their martial skills, Zafar was a man of letters, finding solace in the beauty of words and the company of scholars. His ascension to the throne in 1837, at the age of 62, was more a formality than a true transfer of power. The Mughal Empire was a shadow of its former glory, confined to the Red Fort in Delhi. Zafar, a reluctant emperor, understood the limitations of his position. He focused on cultural pursuits, patronizing poets, musicians, and artists, turning his court into a haven for intellectual and artistic expression. Little did he know that history had a different role in store for him, one that would thrust him into the heart of a rebellion against the very power that had overshadowed his reign. Zafar's poetry, primarily ghazals, became an outlet for his emotions and a reflection of the turbulent times. His verses, steeped in the classical traditions of Urdu poetry, resonated with a sense of loss and longing. He wrote about the fading glory of his dynasty, the pain of witnessing his empire crumble, and the yearning for a bygone era of Mughal grandeur. His words, imbued with a deep sense of melancholy, gave voice to the collective sorrow of a nation grappling with the loss of its identity under colonial rule. Beyond the political themes, Zafar's poetry also explored the universal experiences of love, loss, and the ephemeral nature of life. His ghazals, characterized by their lyrical beauty and emotional depth, transcended the boundaries of time and space, connecting with readers on a deeply human level. He wrote about the pangs of unrequited love, the fleeting nature of youth, and the inevitability of death. Through his poetry, Zafar revealed himself to be a keen observer of human nature, capturing the nuances of emotions with sensitivity and grace. The year 1857 marked a turning point in Zafar's life and the history of India. The Sepoy Mutiny, sparked by the controversial Enfield rifles rumored to be greased with animal fat, spread like wildfire across northern India. While Zafar had no desire for a rebellion, the mutineers saw him as a figurehead, a symbol of resistance against British rule. They converged upon Delhi, proclaiming him the Emperor of Hindustan, forcing him into a role he neither sought nor was prepared for. Despite his reservations, Zafar became a rallying point for the rebels. His name became synonymous with the fight for freedom, his verses used to inspire the sepoys. However, the aged emperor, lacking the military acumen and the resources to lead a successful rebellion, found himself at the helm of a movement he could not control. The British, initially taken aback by the scale of the uprising, soon regrouped and launched a brutal crackdown, determined to crush the rebellion and make an example of those who dared to challenge their authority.